morning or afternoon or evening. I should say I'm not, depending on where everyone is joining from today. As you join the room, welcome. Feel free to hit that join button. Good morning, afternoon, evening.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening.
Wonderful. Chong, you sound great. And is it
Yes.
Eva or Iva?
It's Eva.
Eva, welcome. You sound great.
Thanks. Okay, thank you.
Chong, where are you calling in from this morning? Today. Should stop saying this morning.
I'm from Malaysia.
Oh, nice.
How about you?
I am in Boston, Massachusetts, so it's now evening for you and it's just morning for me.
Oh, okay. Hi, Mabila and Omi.
Hi. I'm trying to turn on my camera, but it's not working for some reason.
Lumi, what is happening? Is it pulsating or not picking up?
It is.
If it's pulsating, can you give your browser, are you on Chrome? That will be my first question.
Yes, I'm on Chrome.
Okay. Give your browser a refresh, and when you come back in, we'll see if that's fixed it. Hello, Hanny. Hanny? Oh, you're on mute. There we are. Yes.
Hello. How can I spell your name? Marjorie?
Marjorie.
Marjorie. Okay.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm just here to make sure your technical stuff is up and running, and then we'll be good to go. Wumi, how is your camera? Still pulsing? Oh, and you are also on mute. Give me, oh. Mabilia? Is that how you say your name? Can you hear me? Yeah. Yes. Oh, and I can hear you too. You had just muted on your side. Great. I just wanted to make sure sound is working. Oh, yeah. Everyone can see when I push up a couple of these emojis, right? Internet's working well. Good. Thank you.
Yeah, it's still pulsing. I'm not sure why.
It's still pulsing. Okay. Are you on a Mac or a PC?
I'm on a Mac.
Okay. Do you have any other tabs open that could be using video right now?
Let me check.
Like Zoom or GoToMeeting or WebEx or...
I'm just gonna like close everything else. I joined on incognito window as well, so there wouldn't be like any
smart you.
But it's
Right.
still not working.
It means it's a permissions thing, so I can step you through a couple options. We'll see what we can do.
Okay, it asked me for permissions, and I gave it permission.
Have you recently upgraded your Mac to Big Sur?
I don't think so.
So let's two things up at the top of Chrome. Let me just check. If you go down to settings, with the 3-button there, and then in privacy and security, site settings, scroll down to where the camera's there, and let's just make sure Global Youth Summit isn't on the blocked site for some reason.
No, I don't have any blocked site.
Okay, great. So now in the system preferences of your Mac, click that, and let's go into security and privacy there. Usually looks like a little house with a padlock door.
Yeah.
Okay. And then up at the top, you'll see privacy all the way to the top right. Click that.
Yeah.
And now choose camera. And is
Yeah.
Google Chrome checked there?
Yeah.
It is. Okay. And you said you don't have any other programs open.
I have another tab open, but it's not using any like
It wouldn't
video
be using
or
the camera. Okay. Let's see here. When you refresh, well, no, you said you're on incognito, so we wouldn't need to clear your cache. Hold on. My usual steps, Woomy, are not, and they usually get there. Okay, and is it pulsing now? Is it still pulsing?
Yeah.
It is. Okay.
I'm gonna try and restart my computer and join again.
Okay. Yep. That's a good. We've got minutes for that. I think that's a great next step.
Okay.
See you in a minute.
Bye.
Carla, welcome. Can you hear us? Okay.
Yeah. Yes. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you fine. That's great.
I'm trying to.
Oops, she's trying to go out.
She probably clicked a button. If you happen to touch anything up at that top blue bar, it will take you out of the room. If you do that accidentally, just a quick back button on your browser window will bring you back into the room.
Yeah, I did that like 3 times already now, so I'm curious to see all the notifications and things on the top.
The notifications get me all the time. It's like a nice red button. It just says, "Click me."
Exactly, and then you go out, and then you have to go again.
Yeah.
Okay, so Carla is going to share her screen, so she is very important for us.
Okay. Let's make sure. Does someone have her sort of in contact?
Yeah. She's
WhatsApp or something? Let's just reach out and make sure nothing crazy happened.
Also, Marjorie, can you let us know what's the procedure to bringing people on stage?
Yeah, so people who aren't speakers to the room, where you see the camera button down at the bottom left, they see a little hand. They'll click that hand icon. That will show up in the Q&A tab. So up at the top, you see chat, QA. When they raise their hand, you will see like Marjorie has raised her hand, and there will be another small white hand icon. Click the hand icon there, and then they'll be prompted to give permissions to turn on their camera, and they should join right from there.
Okay, and then how do we kick?
So at the bottom, so you'll see my little icon that's now red because I'm talking around, next to my name there. If you click that, you get a bunch of options. You want to choose stop publishing, which is the first, and that will, don't do it to me. I can come back in though. That will then that'll take them off the stage.
Okay,
Carla, you're back.
Yes, I keep dropping. I don't know why.
Be careful of clicking on anything in that top blue bar. If you click anything there, it will take you out of the room.
Yeah, but I just want to make sure that I can share screen because I'm going to share screen. So.
I heard that. That would be great. So next to the microphone down on that bottom black bar, you see the rectangle. It sort of looks like a monitor. You can click that. That's your shared desktop button.
Okay.
And then there choose where are your slides? What application are they in?
It's on a Google Drive.
Okay, are you going to open it as a Chrome tab, or are you going to open it on your computer?
As a Chrome.
Oh, great. Okay, is that open currently?
Yeah, I'm just opening, and we have a Padlet also, and then I need also to open Slido. Just give
I
me.
love all of the internet integration.
Yeah. Let me just.
Yeah, so once those are open, Carla, I can help walk you through how to share your screen.
So yeah, everything is open. So share.
Okay, great.
Right.
So yep, share desktop. And then in your presentation, are you ever going to be showing a video or something where you'd want us to hear audio?
Yeah, but that's integrated on the presentation.
Okay, great. So what you're going to do is choose Share by Chrome tab. It's all the way to the top right. Do you see that?
So share desktop right in here?
Yep. So yeah, so click that button that's next to the microphone to the right. And then when that screen pops up at the top right, you'll see it says Chrome tab.
Okay, Chrome tab.
And then choose the tab for your presentation first. And then down at the bottom left, do you see the little box that says Share Audio?
Okay, yes.
You need to click that so that we can hear the audio that's in your presentation.
Okay. Can you see?
It's just coming in now. Yes, I can. It's not in presentation mode yet. There it goes. Perfect.
So what I need to know is when we go Okay, and when I want to change from.
Oh, you'll want to switch back between tabs.
Yeah. So this will be I just need to change from the top, right? From the.
Well, no, because you've selected a specific tab that you're projecting to us, so we still see the facilitators are coming from on your screen.
So how can
so you'll need. So I have two questions for you. After you share your Slido, will you be coming back and need to have audio on your presentation again? Will you have more videos?
Yeah.
Okay. So it's just a couple steps, which is fine. So come back to Juno and you're going to click the share desktop button again, which will stop your share.
So stop share. Yes.
There we go. Okay. Now click share desktop again.
Oh, I need to select one by one every time I want to change.
Well, yeah, unfortunately, so the best way to hear the audio will be through the Chrome tab, like I just showed you to do for your PowerPoint. You could also share your full desktop when you wanted to go to the Slido so that you could just pop between the tabs that way. Unfortunately, if you share your desktop, we won't hear the audio on future videos. So that's why I recommend that for your PowerPoint or for your slides, you click share by Chrome tab so that you can click the share audio button.
Okay, so every time I want to share a new thing, either the PowerPoint, a Slido, or a Padlet, I need to come to share desktop and select one by one.
If they have audio, yes, that's what you need to do. If you want to run with no audio, you can do it by share entire screen and then just flip between the tabs.
Yeah,
that is the choice.
Yeah, because we have 4 videos.
Can I try to share one? Let me check.
The other thing, Carla, we could do is if you want to try sharing by full desktop and we can see if your microphone will pick up the audio.
Okay.
So share entire desktop. And Wumi, I see, she was here.
But if I select entire screen, it doesn't allow me to share.
You have to click the image of the screen you'd like to share.
Okay. Okay, good. So now,
Now we're seeing exactly what you see on your desktop.
Okay,
Wumi, welcome back.
Let's see if can you hear?
Wumi, hold on. I'm having a hard time hearing you over the video.
So will be this okay with
that should be fine. What did you all think in the rest of the room? Did everyone hear that okay? Thumbs up if you did. Yeah. So yeah, Carla, I say let's just go with this method then you'll just share by your full desktop and now you can just click between the tabs and we see whatever you see. So if you do end up coming back to the Juno platform to read the chat or something like that, we will see that. but I don't think that's a big deal.
Okay, I think it will be better because it will be faster.
Exactly.
Otherwise-
I agree.
Yeah. Okay, good.
Wonderful. Wumi, how are you? The video is still not
Um,
working. I see you in the chat.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's happening. I'm not sure why it's not working.
Let's see here.
Well,
Do you have any
is it
joining
me
through?
only or everybody here?
Oh, hold on. I
Sorry.
have weird audio. Wumi, are you joining through any VPNs? How are you accessing the internet?
Just through Wi-Fi.
Through Wi-Fi. Okay.
Yeah, I'm not using the VPN.
You're not?
I
Okay.
need to, is this a problem with Macs? Do I need to change to another device?
You could try your phone and see if that for some reason, or a mobile, or like a laptop, or not laptop, but tablet or phone. Sorry, it's still only 6:48 my time. My coffee's only hitting. So yeah, if you wanted to try pulling this up on a tablet or a phone, we could see if that helps with your camera.
Okay.
Are you planning on trying to share any other screens or things? Or is it just Carla?
No. Yeah, just Carla.
Okay, great.
I was supposed to
Can
play
I just
sorry, Eva. I was supposed to play music sometime. Is that possible? Just a play from my computer while the people is filling the Padlet?
Oh yeah, if you just want some background music, honey, is that what you're saying? Yeah. So if you play it from your computer and just make sure you're not muted at that time, we'll still be able to hear the music. That'll be fine. Hi, Ashley.
just an emergency update about Rui. He won't be able to connect because still no power in his neighborhood, and he can't go anywhere because there's a tree that's blocking the roads. So yeah, so honey, please make adjustments to the script. So Chang, we will just split between us 6 and 6 minutes, so you don't have to rush your part. I will just take Rui's part out of the presentation and put one more slide of mine. Okay.
And you will do the Energizer.
Yes, and I will do the Energizer.
Okay.
Okay. So we good.
We're going
And
to do some changes on the slides.
Okay.
So should we say that Rui couldn't make it, or should we remove his picture at the beginning?
No, I will remove it from the beginning. No.
Okay.
Wumi, how are you doing with a different device? Are you trying to pull up?
Yeah, I'm trying to log in from my work laptop to see if it is any better.
Hi all. Just wanted to pop in and say hello and thank you for being here. We appreciate all your efforts, be it technology concerns or last minute adjustments to facilitators and those sorts of things. So immense thank you. And this summit isn't what it is without you all. So just immense appreciation. Charles, and so you've got two moderators that will be with you here in the session. One will be funneling comments from YouTube into your chat. One will be monitoring the in-session chat. So you'll be extra supported there. Should technology arise, they can grab Marjorie or someone else from the Juno team. So know that you can just focus on delivering the session and we've got all the other parts. So again, thanks for being here and let us know if you have any questions or problems. Oh, and Maxine's joining us too. All right. You're in great hands, everyone. Have a wonderful session.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ashley. Hi, Maxine.
Hi everyone, I am WAGGGS. I will be the Juno in session moderator and I will be moderating the chat box. I will go off camera when the session starts, but you can chat with me in the mod chat. So please keep an eye on the mod chat. If there is any issue, feel free to write it there. Thank you.
I've just joined from another device, and this is the same issue.
That to me says that the bandwidth you're joining from on the internet might not be strong. But you said are you on Wi-Fi at home? Where are you?
Yeah, I'm on Wi-Fi at home. Okay, I'm gonna try to switch to another network. Maybe that will help.
And you said you're joining from Chrome and you are on incognito mode.
Are you going to present anything on screen or share any link? You can just put it in the mod chat so that Charles can share it to the YouTube viewers. Are you going to share any slide or any video?
Yes, we'll have, so the videos will be inside of the PowerPoint.
Okay.
And we have also a Padlet.
Okay, can you please just put the link on the mod chat, so if there is any difficulty that you cannot publish it, so that we can help you out.
So if you get the presentation link, I think you can see all the videos inside, no?
I think we can do a practice run, Carla, if you're the one who's sharing your screen, just to share in this few minutes, just share the screen that you're going to be sharing and go to the slide that has the video, so that we can tell if we can hear everything and if it's working properly. And
Yeah, we have done that once, but yeah, we can do it again.
oh, okay. Sorry, if you have done that already and it works, then great.
Okay.
Yes.
Super.
But Carla, when you played, we didn't see the presentation itself, right?
What do you mean?
I mean, I have your
Okay. Can you see now the first slide?
We can see the screen, but like you didn't start the presentation. We can see also the tabs and everything that you have opened.
But I start the presentation.
no.
Okay,
This
now
is
this is
okay.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah, Carla, the way that you're sharing your desktop, we will see whatever you see on your screen.
Carla, do you have one screen or two screens?
Just one.
Okay.
But I will need, but I will need to change.
I mean, I
So
think
when I go to the Padlet, you will see this, or if when I go to the Slido.
Yep, we can see Slido.
Okay, I can put full, I don't know how to with the Padlet. How you do, I don't know how to put this in full.
What attendees can do as well is they can click the expand screen button down here at the bottom right, and that will make it big for them so that they can read it if that's what you're concerned about. But I think it looks great.
Okay, but with the Padlet, they will see this top part also.
They will, yes.
Because in this I can put like full screen, okay? But with the Padlet, I don't know if there's a way of putting this in full screen.
Wumi, try speaking now.
Live in 3.5 minutes, okay?
Thank you.
So I cannot see each of us name in speakers. Eva, your name is also not in the list of speakers, right?
You're a bit quiet, Mavila.
You're not hearing me?
We suggest you to use a headphone for a better sound quality, or else there will be echo. Can you use a headphone?
I'm sorry, I cannot do that now. Is my sound okay now?
It's a bit low.
What shall I do? I'll try to manage a headphone. Yes.
All right.
So should I wait?
Just speak up a little bit.
So we will start exactly at 11 or like 30 seconds after?
Attendees will begin to enter the room in 2 minutes and a little bit, and then you can sort of wait for a minute as people sort of come in and join and welcome them, say hello, thank you for coming, we'll start in a minute, and then however long you want to wait before the group decides is fine. Does anyone have connection with Wumi? I know we're waiting on her for her camera.
Okay, but Henny, you will only start talking after the breakout news, right?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So I will just wait for 30 seconds, and I will put the breakout news, and then we can continue to welcome people after that.
Perfect.
Okay.
There's only a minute left. Does anyone have connection with Wumi? I just want to make sure she's at least in the room with audio.
Can you please put the email address of her so that I can talk to the team?
She's been in the room, Kenny's. I've been helping her.
Okay, all right.
Wonderful, Wumi. Can we hear you? I'm going to try to unmute your audio for you, Wumi. How's that? Can we hear you now? I'm not getting any audio.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to our session. We'll be waiting for a couple of moments for others to join us. So stay with us.
Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to the virtual channel. Today we are featuring the International Day of Non-Formal Education. And I have a lot of activists around me says virtual non-formal education works. We're all participating in the Global Youth Summit. Some of you are joining us through the Juno platform, and many more are joining through the live broadcast and multiple social media channels. A warm welcome to all of you. Before we start our report, a bit of housekeeping points here. Please note that this session is part of the Global Youth Summit. We strongly encourage you to explore other sessions in any one of the 3 tracks each day of the summit. By joining this session, everyone who will have the opportunity to speak consents to their image and audio being broadcasts. By participating in the Global Youth Summit, you have agreed to behave professionally, respectfully, and culturally sensitive towards other people to promote the principles of respect, diversity, and inclusion, as well as to actively prevent and not engage in abusive behavior of any kind that leads to any harm, prejudice, discrimination, or harassment against any person. If you don't adhere to these principles or summit's code of conduct, you will be removed from the session abundantly, banned from the entire event, and the organization that nominated you will be notified for your action of your action. We have a safeguarding team moderating our interaction on the Juno platform, the live broadcast, chat function, and all social media channels. Should you at any point feel unsafe or witness concerning behavior, please reach out by sending an email to safe@globalyouthmobilization.org. In one word, Global Youth Mobilization. Again, safe@globalyouthmobilization in one word, .org, O-R-G. You may also get in touch with our support team virtually, the help desk, the virtual help desk. All information emailed to the email address will be kept private and confidential. Now, so we are here today to report from the Global Youth Summit, where we are among a lot of young people from different parts of the world. I'm interested to know, where are you guys from? Can you write your country in the live chat here in the platform? I see there is a lot of people. Great, great. So, this is great evening today with a lot of people from around the world. We would like now to see what is the non-formal education in a virtual setting and how it really works. To do that, we are going to visit 3 organizations and ask some of their people about that. So, from the International Federation of Red Cross and Red Crescent, IFRC, we have Ching Yang from Malaysia and Eva Vrebas from Croatia. And also from the World Association of Girl Guides and Girl Scouts, WAGGGS, we have Wumi Nuga from United Kingdom and Mabela Khaka from Nepal. And from the World Organization of the Scout Movement, WOSM, we have Carla Simoes from Portugal and myself, Hani Abdulmonem from Egypt. Now I see Mabela is prepared to present something. What are you going to do, Mabela?
Thank you, Hani. My dear enthusiastic people from around the world, now we will brainstorm on different types of education based on 5 different reflective questions. We are going to use Slido word cloud for this. There are 3 ways to go to the Slido link. You can either scan the QR code on the screen, or you can go to the link in the chat box, or you can type in the URL shown on the screen with the event code on that. And if you are having any problem in entering the link, please let us know through the chat box. You can scan the QR code. Okay, we already have started receiving the responses. What was the new thing that you have learned during the pandemic? For me, if I say I learned to use Zoom, I learned to grow beans and spinach. So I can see here, similar to mine, one of the participants have learned to do gardening, photogramming. Okay, that is facing hardship. Great, we all learn to face hardship. To enjoy my own company, public speaking, time management, great. Okay, great, great. We are receiving a lot of responses to enjoy my own company, managing stress. Yes, all of us learn to manage our stress. Baking, great. I hope you bake good cakes and biscuits, a bit of sign language, adapting my new job, zooming. Yes, I also learned zooming, cooking skill, gratitude, caring for mental health, to enjoy my own company. Okay, a lot of responses. Making up, makeup and photography. Wow, you must look, you may be looking really beautiful and take your good photo. Mindfulness practice. Yes. Thank you so much for your wonderful responses. We can see that our young people have learned a lot of innovative things during the pandemic, even the situation was so hard. Thank you for your responses. Now let's move on to the next question. From the previous responses, we could see that a lot of participants learn to use virtual platform and tools. So how did you feel using the virtual platform or tools? Your feeling. Okay, great. Creativity, cyber security, fantastic and connecting. Yes, we could sit in our own room and connect to the whole world by using virtual platforms and tools. Okay, happy, interesting, excited, confident. Yes. Okay, bored. Oh my God, you also felt bored, but it's okay. It's okay to feel bored. Uh, some of us have bad experiences as well. Fatigued, comfortable. Wow. Empowered, yes. Tiring for eyes and ears, yes. It is really tiring for the eyes and ears. Technology, distant from people, yes. We were distant from the people, but we were connected. That is unity in solidarity. Okay, next is something tiring, time saving. Yes, it was time saving as well. Interesting, tiring but challenging, tiring at times, time saving. Wonderful responses. There we can see there are mixed feeling, positive feeling, and some of us did not have uh, great feeling as well. Thank you so much for your responses, and we are now moving on to the next brainstorming question. That is, with whom did you learn from? Explore myself. Yes, we learn from self, friends. The new thing that you learned during the pandemic. With whom did you learn from? Teachers, great. YouTube, okay. I learned to grow spinach from my mom. Okay, IFRC, Girl Guides, great. Colleagues, guiding friends, my co-workers. Okay, Troop, my organization. Coursera, yes, I also took one software course from Coursera. YouTuber, other volunteers, friends and family. Wow, job trainers, Google, NFE organization, plus school, social media, scouting. Okay, amigos, job trainers. I can say sibling, great, yes. Family. Okay, these are the responses. I think a lot of responses we have from WAGGGS. We can see here my organization. Okay, thank you so much for your wonderful responses. Let's move on to next reflective question. And where did you learn it? The very new thing that you learned during pandemic. YouTube, that means online platform. At home, internet, and I can see in the chat box my grandmother, my organization. Okay, internet, WAGGGS, Skills share, that must be one of the online platform. Next is Google once again, at home via internet. Okay, from home, social media, Pinterest, okay, daily life, great, WAGGGS, I can see social media, I can see WOSM, company, scout meetings, and I can see in the chat box online, work. You can also write in the chat box if you're not being able to write in the Slido link. In my work, I can see here books, okay, from home, scout meeting, outdoors, yes, outdoors, daily life, IFMSA Bangladesh, okay, we have participant from Bangladesh here, my mother. Great, thank you so much for your wonderful responses to this question as well. Let's move on to our next question. Next is, what was your motivation to learn something new? Why did you learn that new thing, even during the most difficult time of our life that the whole world is facing? My truth, yes. Boredom. Yeah, many of us try to learn something new because of boredom. Yeah, free time. We had a lot of free time, nothing else to do. Stay connected. Yes, we tried to stay connected during the pandemic. I like and explore, curiosity, fresh perspective, wonderful responses, interest. I was bored. I cannot see the responses in the chat box. If you are having the problem in writing your responses in Slido, you can also write down in the chat box. Okay, I can see here, want to do something, stay connected, lot of free time to equip myself, exams, my goals, will to digital limit to help others. Okay, I like to learn and explore, stay informed, adapting change. Wow, thank you so much. Thank you so much, everyone, for your wonderful responses. Thank you so much for your active participation. Hope you have reflected many things from what you have learned, where you learned them, with whom you learned them, and the motivation factors. Your reflections will be useful in the upcoming parts of the session. Stay tuned. Bye for now and see you again. And over to you, Hani.
Thank you very much, Mabilla. Wow, this is a lot of information we have got here. I think Umi will tell us now what is the difference between formal, non-formal, and informal education, right, Umi?
Yeah. So it's been great to hear all about your experiences learning new things throughout the pandemic. There are three main ways to classify our learning experiences. And our focus throughout this summit has been non-formal education. But first, it's important to understand what this really means. So formal education is very familiar to us. It's traditional schooling. You receive that from schools and other academic institutions, and it uses standardized progression and testing, so lots of exams. Learners are aiming for a set level of knowledge based on prefix topics, whereas informal education is learning what happens without any planning. It's accidental and it's a natural part of life. So we sometimes learn without realizing from experiences or people. An example would be picking up a glass of water while your hands are wet and then spilling it everywhere. By doing this, you realize that you should probably dry your hands in future before picking up a glass of water. And non-formal education sits somewhere in the middle of the spectrum. So it's planned learning and it uses participatory methods. You have people who facilitate the learning experiences rather than teaching you a set of topics. And most importantly, in non-formal education, there's a space for individual development towards personal targets. So rather than talking about the benefits of non-formal education, I'm going to tell you how it should feel. Feel free to use the chat to write what comes to mind as I'm describing what non-formal education should feel like. It should feel learner-owned, individualized, responsive and connected. It should feel democratic, like you have a say and you have a control over what you do and how you learn. And it should be self-directed. So when I hear these words, I think of flexibility and an experience that's built around the needs of the individual. So I think over the course of the pandemic, we can see how formal education has adopted a number of characteristics from non-formal education, and it's moved slightly towards the middle of the spectrum. So thinking about how non-formal education should make you feel, it's clearer to see why not only would this be beneficial all of the time for young people, but especially during a pandemic where we have to be reactive and we have to be adaptable to a rapidly changing world, changing lives, and the changing needs of young people.
Thank you very much, Wumi. Thank you very much. I think that was very good clarification for all of us now about the non-formal education, formal education, and informal education. But I think you will show us now how WAGGGS is showing, by example, the effectiveness of the non-formal education in a virtual setting, starting with this quick video.
So whole person development is about supporting a person to develop in 5 areas: emotional, intellectual, physical, social, and spiritual. And in doing so, taking them on a personal journey to become more well-rounded individuals. So when we use non-formal education at WAGGGS, we sense check that we're contributing towards 2 or more of these areas of whole person development. Over time, a non-formal education experience that uses various initiatives will eventually contribute towards all of these areas in some way. So the next video that you're going to see will highlight how global and national initiatives used by Girl Guiding and Girl Scouting around the world in a virtual space has contributed towards these 5 areas. So that was a snapshot of some of the national and global initiatives delivered across the Girl Guiding and Girl Scouting movement throughout 2020. So I'm going to focus on one of our global projects called Positivity Patrol. So in this global initiative, we released 10 weeks worth of challenges via social media and created content that could be easily shared via SMS or other messaging platforms. The aim was to help young people to reclaim a space on social media that had become full of negative news. The project supported them to develop the behaviours of a responsible leader and a global citizen, whilst taking care of themselves and sharing positivity. In addition to completing the challenges on their own or as part of a local group, they could use a hashtag to follow what others were doing around the world. We also facilitated weekly online meetups in different languages, where people could find new communities of others around the world who were also taking part in this and who were also on the same journey. At the end, they earned a badge to recognise all that they had achieved. Over to you, Mabila.
Thank you, Umi. Now I'm here to share one of the national initiatives accomplished by Nepal Scouts, that is SMS campaign. In the campaign, Nepal Scouts is partnering with UNICEF in collaboration with Ministry of Health and Population and Higher Institutions and Secondary Schools Association Nepal. The main agenda of the SMS, social distancing, use of mask and use of soap and water, sanitization, I told the full form campaign is to reinforce three major steps to prevent oneself from COVID-19 and to promote the mask wearing behavior in a proper way among the individuals. Nepal Scouts successfully completed two phases of the campaign and is running the third phase. The first phase was based around the capital city in three districts of Nepal, and the third phase is being implemented all over the country. Virtual platform and tools were of great help to carry on the project. When all mass gatherings were restricted by the government due to the increasing COVID-19 cases, Nepal Scouts utilized Zoom to carry on orientation sessions for volunteers. All the follow-up activities, monitoring and evaluation procedures were successfully completed using different virtual platforms like Google Form, Viber, WhatsApp, and Messenger groups for the effective and efficient flow of the information among the concerned individuals of the project. Nepal Scouts is really proud to share that unity in solidarity and community service functions were well maintained at the most difficult time the whole world has faced by utilizing non-formal education system in virtual platform. So dear participants, that was the end of sharing session of World Association of Girl Guide and Girl Scout WAGGGS. Now to sum up the session fragment, we are going to play an interesting quiz game. We are using Slido quiz for this, as mentioned earlier as well. There are three ways to go to the Slido link. You can either scan the QR code on the screen, or you can go to the link in the chat box, or you can type in the URL shown in the screen. Let's wait for a few seconds for the participants to join. Hope you have joined to the link. Now we are beginning the quiz. Be careful while reading the questions. Okay, let's begin the quiz now. Hi, everybody joining in the quiz. We already have 20 participants. Okay, we have started our quiz. Which of the following represents the feature of formal education? Okay, 3 seconds left, 2, 1, and we are done with this. And the correct answer, we have received 73% responses on the correct answer. Great. Let's move on to next. Which of the following represents the feature of informal education? Okay, let's see the responses. 57 on plan learning. Oh, only 33% have got the correct answer. Learning that happens without planning. Let's move on to next question. Which of the following represents the feature of non-formal education? It's non-formal education now. Okay, now let's see the responses. 76% correct answer, that is plan learning but uses participatory method. Great. Next question. What is the full form of WAGGGS? I've been repeating it many times. It was a hint. World Association of Girl Guides and Girl Scout, World Assimilation of Girl Guide and Girl Scout, World Association Girl Guides and Girl Scouts. Wow, 96% correct answer. Great. Okay, next question. Which of the following is not among the 5 areas of whole personal development? Out of 6, which one is not the 5 areas? Let's see the responses. Okay, 81% on the correct answer. That is motivational. Thank you everyone for your active participation. Now let's see the winner. Congratulations, Peg. I don't know whether I pronounced your name correctly or not. Congratulations, Peg. Second one is Antonia. Third is GT, Giuliani, Jana. Congratulations, everyone. And thank you for your really active participation in the quiz. It was really nice having you here. Thank you all for your active participation. Over to you, Hani.
Thank you very much, Mabilla. Thank you very much, Wumi. Thank you, WAGGGS, for this amazing examples and practices. I'm so excited now to see more. What have you been doing now, IFRC, the International Federation of Red Cross and Red Crescent? We will hear from Ching and Eva, and I think Ching will start.
Yes, thank you. So I'm Chang Yang, and let me bring you through the examples of the virtual non-formal education by the Red Cross, Red Crescent, Youth Network, and National Societies. So first, let's travel to Asia Pacific virtually. So in Asia Pacific, there's a Asia Pacific RCY Cafe. RCY means Red Cross, Red Crescent Youth. So it started from June 2020 and organized almost every month until now. And the event target is the grassroots of the RCRC youth members and volunteers. And this cafe actually have 2 objectives. Which is the first one, to provide a peer learning opportunity for all young people, and also creating a safe space for young people to share experience or feelings among themselves. So like building a stronger peer support system. And this is organized and led by the youth leaders in the region, and it utilized the Zoom breakout functions. And in the breakout room, there will be peer facilitators available in every room to encourage discussion. And next. So what have the cafe achieved? So an effective model of the non-formal education, where young people are more willing to attend these instead of long-winding webinars, as they are given the opportunity to share their personal experiences, thoughts on the topic regarding humanitarian and volunteering topics. The content is also not too heavy, but will open the eyes of people use and keep people thinking. The organization of these frequent sessions also provided informal exchange, where young people can continue to connect or discuss on the themes out of the session. And depending on the theme, this cafe also try to share young people's ideas and thoughts with relevant departments or stakeholders to ensure that their voices are noted and taken into consideration. So feedbacks are often diverse due to different on-ground realities, but we are able to bring them to the related departments. Cafe attendees are also encouraged to provide anonymous feedback for the session on what they found was most valuable to learn to them, and also which aspects they enjoy, and also what could be improved, and to suggest further activities. Can we have the next one? Yep, so these are some examples of topics. So as we started in the pandemic, so we start by creating a safe space for sharing, by sharing experience and feelings during the COVID-19. And it touched a lot of different thematic areas in the humanitarian or volunteering world. So for example, like how can we reimagining volunteering in this pandemic situation? How work on climate action as agents of behavioral change, and also how can we promote and work on mental health and care, especially in the pandemic. So this cafe is still ongoing, and there will be more topics upcoming. Next. So next, I will bring you to Malaysia, where Malaysian Red Crescent bringing non-formal education online. So first, the Malaysian Red Crescent have the initiative to bring out young humanitarian, although we are in this pandemic settings. They have the Young Humanitarian Month, where sharing of interesting infographics on Red Cross, humanitarian law, and COVID-19 information are done by using the platform called Google Classroom. And in between the sharing, there will also be a virtual face-to-face sharing session conducted on Google Meet, where the participants and the speakers have the opportunity to meet virtually and listen to the sharing and share their. Other than this, they will also have some online quizzes which motivates young people to participate. Like just now by WAGGGS, I see a lot of people feeling fun when answering to the quiz. And the Malaysian Red Crescent also works with the Ministry of Education and Schools to roll out this program. And in fact, it reaches more than 2,000 young in only a month. Next slide. And the next one, the Malaysian Red Crescent also have this program called Safe Steps Kids. Deliver it through online. It is a program with the Prudence Foundation, Cartoon Network, and IFRC. It is a program that delivers the learning of life-saving tips by featuring characters from a well-known Cartoon Network series like Powerpuff Girls, We Bare Bears, and the Amazing of Gumbos, who will ensure the storytelling process to raise awareness and provide educational information. And these materials are available in comics and video clips shared through the Google Classroom, the learning management system, social media, and also live session on YouTube and Facebook. We also received some positive feedback from the parents and teacher, where they say that through this non-formal education activity, kids are able to learn life skills in a fun way. Next one. And the last but not least, the Malaysian Red Crescent also have this National Youth Online. So So it's actually using a concept of the camping or gathering, but we bring online, and it's conduct and planned by the youth for the youth. Learning opportunities on different thematic topics in the Red Cross Red Crescent to all young people nationwide. And it also used the Zoom breakout rooms to provide a discussion space for all the young people. And it also provides networking opportunity so that the youth from all over the nationwide can make new friends. And due to the limitation of the number of participation on Zoom, there's a limited number of participants, but this session is also available through YouTube live stream. So everyone have the opportunity to join this event. So, and now I will pass it over to Eva.
Thank you, Chang, and thank you for the amazing work you guys are doing in Asia. So let me bring you to Europe a little bit and present how Croatian Red Cross adapted their non-formal education activities to our pandemic situation through cooperation with the education sector. So usually Red Cross and Red Crescent movement has a lot of non-formal education activities with their staff and volunteers, with the education sector, etc. So this means, of course, school and kindergarten kids. In Croatian Red Cross, we do it in our local branches as well as in our national society. And let me tell you about our Red Cross Education Center that we have in our headquarters in our capital in Zagreb. This education center is usually meant for different trainings and seminars for staff and volunteers, but also we organize something called educational school trips for school children from all around Croatia. Usually this educational school trips consists of two parts. First is the tour of our education center, which is actually a tour through an interactive exhibition that shows firstly Red Cross Red Crescent movement. So our kids can get to know our movement, the history, the founder, and our principles. They can get to know our present work, and then get to know actually Croatian Red Cross and all our activities that we do, such as crisis response, social activities, voluntary blood donation, migration, and so on. As for the second part of the this school trip, the children actually take part in one of the workshops on topic they choose. So we offer different kind of topics. As you can see, it's prevention of human trafficking, first aid, communications and life skills, social inclusion, and so on. So of course, when the pandemic hit us, we had to adapt because we think this activity is really valuable. Carla, you can move on to the next slide. Because we think this is really valuable and we still wanted to deliver the activities in a virtual setting. So what we actually did is we prepared a video that can be viewed through VR glasses. And actually our kids can take a real 360 degrees tour through our educational center, and we can still talk about everything we want to talk about and show them around, and actually they can get a sense of how it is to really be in our educational center. For the second part, we prepared most of the workshops to be made through online sessions, and of course we use the resources we have, such as different platforms that we use today, and more that they're available online. So actually I will show you a small video of the VR tour, but the fact is not all schools have VR glasses, so we are currently preparing an actual video that can be played on YouTube. I will just give you a short insight into this video that we prepared. If you open it with the proper program, actually you can go around and walk, but this Juno platform doesn't allow us. So let's just see a little part of it.
This exhibit is focused at where they are most vulnerable, on social networks and the internet in general. We created a video showing a simulated DM session between a teenager and a potential predator, and we use it to highlight both safe and unsafe online behaviors. We designed the health and social activities room to teach about 5 very important health and nutrition related activities: first aid, blood drives, food security, healthy living and mobility aid. If you look around a bit, you can see our staff member giving a CPR demonstration on our specialized mannequin. Visitors can test their CPR skills, as well as try their hands at using the AED device. You can also see another 2 of our staff members going through a simulated process of donating blood.
Okay, thank you.
Exhibit to make visitors feel more at ease with donating blood.
Thank you. I wish you could see the entire, but unfortunately, maybe we'll leave it for another time. And just one more activity that we made that I think is really valuable to share with you is our cooperation with the corporative sector. There's a company in Croatia that does a lot of good work and volunteer work with our association, and they wanted to give back to our staff and volunteers who are involved in the pandemic response. So actually they prepared different training sessions for our staff and volunteers that had a double purpose. First was to thank the volunteers and employees who were involved in the COVID-19 response. And second purpose was actually to give them an opportunity to develop valuable skills. They had actually hard time to develop due to COVID-19 pandemic and the lack of similar training courses live. So they delivered 4 training courses on non-Red Cross topics. So the topics were personal online safety, which is really important, especially for the pandemic situation. Then introduction to project management. Then third was how to prepare for a job interview, really, really important for a young person entering employment. And last but not least, leadership skills, which is probably really important for all of us. Everybody thought this was really valuable, and we actually referred this company to a bigger network that we have with surrounding national societies that's called Neighbors Help First. So they will actually also deliver these trainings for countries all around Croatia who take part in this network. Thank you so much, and thank you all for the valuable work you're doing, and thank you guys for joining our session. And Hani, back to you.
Thank you very much, Eva and Cheng. Wow, this is, again, I cannot take myself. This is unbelievable work from WAGGGS and IFRC. I think now we see how non-formal education actually works in a virtual setting. And I think all reporters from all organizations agree with me that that happened. So let's show that the non-formal education virtually works all together. Very good. Thank you very much. Thank you very much from all the reporters. Now it is the time for a break. So I suggest that we take a quick break of 15 minutes and we will come back all together in 15 minutes. Thank you very much and see you very soon.
See you.
See you later.
All right. Welcome back, everyone. I hope you had good break and you filled your bottle of water or a cup of tea or coffee. I think now we are ready to do some energizer. I have Eva here is very prepared. So what are we going to do, Eva?
Thank you, Hani, and welcome back, guys. As I can read in the chat, a really, really good sentence that says good rest is as important as hard work, and that is so true. So we will do a small energizer now, just to keep up your motivation and energy after this nice break. So I will ask you a couple of questions, and since I can't see you or hear you, I would like to ask you to respond either with emojis that you have on your bottom right side on your screen, or to write to me in the chat the responses to my questions. So since we're back from our small break, my first question will be regarding the break. So how was your break? Please put some emojis to see how you rested or you didn't. Oh, good. A lot of hearts. Wow, you really enjoyed your break. It was funny. Oh, yeah, yeah. I like it. Okay, great. We don't have a really bad emoji, so that's good. I don't want any negative energy today. Wow, okay. Good break. I think break is always a good idea. Wow, nice. Okay, thank you so much. Since we are talking about a break, obviously there is something that needs to pick us up after a good break or a good night's sleep or an afternoon nap or so on. So write to me in the chat, what is your favorite morning drink that picks you up? So it can be coffee, tea, it can be a Red Bull or nothing, or it can just be something else. So write to me in the chat, please. What's your favorite morning drink? Or after break drink? Oh, tea. Okay. Green tea, nice. Okay, coffee drinkers, my people. Okay. Oh, hot chocolate. Yeah, I didn't remember that. Nice. Water. Yeah, good. Always good to keep hydrated. Even when you drink coffee, then you have to double up your water supply. Oh, milk. Milk picks somebody up. That's good. A healthy dose of scouting. Wow, I like that one. Hot cup of cocoa. That's always a good idea. Oh, fresh breeze of air. Yeah, that's also a good idea. I should also provide some to me. Soy milk, nice. All of a sudden, I have a really big urge to have a coffee now. Okay. Okay, thank you, guys. My third question is, how are you doing today? Respond with emojis, please. Oh, I hope this is not bad. I'm not sure what this one means. Very nice. I love to see the heart emojis. It makes my heart warm. Okay, very cool. Funny, nice. I hope you're enjoying the entire summit, and that's why you're feeling hearty and funny and everything. Yay, hearts just keep popping up. Great, thank you. Okay, my next question is, do you enjoy non-formal education? Also, give me some emojis. Do you enjoy non-formal education? I hope so, because you're attending our session, so. Yay, hearts, I love it. Very good. Thank you, Chang. You better love it. Okay, and I think we're all pumped up, so I have the last question for you. Are you guys ready for our final part of our today's session? You can write or you can just send me some emojis. Are you ready? Yeah. Yes, creative ways of learning is always more fun. Yeah, I agree. That's why we're all here, to share and see what we can do better and what amazing stuff we already did. Yay. Okay, makes me feel really happy and motivated to see you guys motivated. So I'll bring it back to Hani to lead the way to some more amazing things for us to hear.
Thanks a lot, Eva. Thanks very much. That was really great energizer to start with. After we heard from WAGGGS and the IFRC, I think now we have the third organization, which is WOSM, the World Organization of the Scout Movement. Now it is time to go to Carla to see what kind of activities WOSM did to show us how non-formal education works in a virtual setting. Carla, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Hani. And I'm excited to be here in name of the World Scout Organization of the Scout Movement to present you what we have developed in the last year in this very special time that we are living. So we know that we had a new reality in 2020, and we know that how much our scouts around the world want to continue to have activities and want to need to adjust to this new reality. And we want to be there to support and to make sure that we continue to engage with scouting, and we continue to making sure that they will have access to exciting activities, and that we will be just supporting them to overcome this new reality. And we know that with a little bit of creativity and a lot of exciting and commitment to scouting, this was possible to achieve, because we know that Scout is always prepared to move forward and to have a positive attitude. So we really want to support them in the scouting at home modality. And we know that the virtual, using internet and the virtual setting, that we will be able to continue to reach out to millions of scouting around the world. So our main concerns was how can we reach to the millions of scouts around the world in the different countries, in the different local groups, how we make sure that they stay connected, because we know that how important it is to celebrate the brotherhood of scouting and to reach out to friends across the world, and at the same time to make sure that in the local group scouts staying connected and be able to have activities, continue to have activities together. On the other hand, we also know that these are difficult times, and we really want to make sure that we will taking care of their health and well-being and providing all the support that we can, so they feel safe online, that they will feel supported, and even if they what they can do to support their friends and even their family. And at the same time, we know how scoutings always be prepared and like to engage with the community, and how service is important. So we also want to support them to reach out safely to the communities and trying to see what they can do to help. So first of all, we have some tools to really map up and to show great examples how to stay connected virtually. So we know there's a lot of platforms, a lot of tools. We know that we move to have meetings through Zoom, through different platforms, but we really want to support them in trying to reach everyone, and especially, and because we want to be inclusive, also to try to see how those local groups that don't have so many access to internet, how they can still connect with each other and make sure that they were not in a way that they will not be able to communicate. So we really develop this kind of tools to help everyone to stay connected and to make sure that they will feel supported. And as the months come into the new year, we know how through the creativity and through the adjustments, and how our national scout associations were so good in adjusting and to providing some a pack of activities that every scout could do at home, either with the family, connecting with other scouts. And we have even a lot of scouts that were camping at home. So I'm sure that you all have some good experience in camping, and probably you also have tried to camp at home on your living room, just putting up a tent and try to get a little bit of the feeling of camping, but inside your house. So this was possible because of the creativity of scouts and all the activities that our National Scout of Organizations has produced to make sure that scouts still continue engaging in those activities. But at the same time, and we know how it was important also for our scouts to reach out and to see in the community those who were needed of help. So the tools that were developed was to give some tips on how they still can help the communities, how can they still map the needs of the communities, and finding safe ways, because safety was the first concern, but even having this kind of reaching out to the communities and to give them some ideas on how they could continue to support the ones that were in need. And also being aware that in these difficult times, people staying at home and facing all of the things that are happening with the pandemic, that we could also provide support in terms of health and well-being, either for our adults, but also for our scouts, and in a way helping them to get some inner peace and to know how to be safe online, but also how to express their feelings, even how they can cope with this situation and help their families and their friends to cope with this situation and to overcome, to stay positive. So all of the support that was very important for us also in this area was provided to our scouts. And we even have activities at the world level to make sure that we continue to hear young people's voice, and the youth dialogues were very important. So an activity prepared by young people for young people, addressing several topics from education, economy, fighting inequalities, environment, peace, and we really want to hear young people in how we can shape a new reality. So trying to find ways of changing to a new reality, a better one after this pandemic. And we have a special edition of Jota Joti just for sharing all the talents that we have around the world, and engaging the movement and celebrating the unity of the movement. And we had the World Scout Academy also to support our leaders to take this time also to learn new things and to stay connected and to share best practices, and even identifying common challenges that they can face together. And when we talk about what is the impact of the non-formal of education, we also know that we want to see how young people can really feel inspired to go out and to really put in practice what they are learning and what they are experiencing in scouting. And we had so many young people just leading the way and being innovative and creative and putting in place several initiatives and projects in the community to really make sure that everyone was feeling so supported. And this is one example of one scout, Monica from Mexico, that really take all the learning, all the experience that she has lived in scouting, and really put a plan in their community to support teachers to learn new things, to be able to deliver lessons in the virtual setting. So let's just meet Monica and see how she really give it back to the community and how important was her action.
Hola, buenas tardes a todos. Vamos a comenzar con la clase del día de hoy. Vamos a hablar sobre la plataforma de Zoom. Y pues bueno, vamos a irnos con la clase. Hi, I'm Monica. I'm a scout. I'm 19 years old and I'm from Jalapa, México. Yo pertenezco a la Escuela de Diseño del Instituto Nacional de Bellas Artes. Cuando yo tenía clases vi que la clase se veía un poco afectada por estos factores de que no sabían cómo utilizar las plataformas o cómo podían mejorar su clase. Entonces, pues comienzo yo a asesorarme personalmente acerca de las plataformas y es cuando surge la idea de diseñar esto. Yo les enseño 3 plataformas que es Google Meet, Google Classroom y Zoom. También les enseño una herramienta que es PowerPoint para que puedan hacer sus diapositivas y mostrarlas ante la clase. Cuando comenzó la idea de hacer clases, yo me asesoré con psicólogos, pedagogos y gente experta en métodos educativos que me fueron ayudando a llevar el rumbo de las clases pues de mejor manera, ¿no? Y también para prepararme, ya que jamás había dado una clase ante un público tan grande. Yo sabía que necesitaba ayuda tanto en soporte técnico como en organización y fue cuando recurrí a mi clan en los scouts, que sabía perfectamente que podía contar con ellos. Entonces tuve que capacitarlos también durante una semana más o menos. Yo lancé una convocatoria en línea en donde ponía una invitación a los docentes para que se unieran al taller, que es totalmente gratuito. Para los talleres yo debía pagar las plataformas, entonces confeccioné unas bolsas ecológicas y las pinté a mano y las vendí, y con esto pude pagar las plataformas para llevar a cabo las clases. Ahorita en este tercer taller, 300 docentes más, es decir que ya llegué a los 1000 y todos estaban agradecidos, que era la parte que más me importaba, que ellos aprendieran conmigo y que les fuera útil. La idea es continuar con esto. Más gente que quiera tener la oportunidad de enseñarles a los docentes y que quiera acercarse conmigo, pues yo los asesoro, los capacito y sé que esto es una cadenita porque pues si tu maestro domina las plataformas y puede darte una clase pues más fluida, la enseñanza que te proporciona es mejor. Tengo 11 años dentro del movimiento Scout, entonces constantemente estoy generando proyectos sociales gracias a que pertenezco a los Scouts y pues también a todos los jóvenes. Ya no vamos a poder generar proyectos como antes. No se detengan, no crean que no hay oportunidad. Creo que es todo lo contrario. Así como yo pude generar este proyecto, cualquiera lo puede hacer, ¿no? Lo único importante son las ganas que tenemos.
So a very good example that can, we hope that can be an inspiration for all of you. So back to you, Hani.
Thank you very much, Carla. I like what you have shown us, which I even experienced myself. Now, I think we should hear more from the audience, our great audience this evening or morning or afternoon. I will leave you all now with Carla and Eva to get some ideas from the young people here that they are participating with us today. Carla and Eva.
Thank you. This is an amazing part of this session because until now we've been talking about what we did in our organization, but we know that there's so many amazing people, you guys, who are here with us, and we actually want to hear from you. So Cheng, could you please share the link to our Padlet sheet in the chat? Please, guys, refer to the link in the chat and go to our Padlet. Carla will share it. Okay, she shared it. So we have a couple of questions here, actually 4 questions for you, and we will give you a few minutes to think about them and to answer them in the Padlet. So just a quick intro on how to use the Padlet. There is a question, first one, name a skill you have developed through non-formal education, so generally, not only during the pandemic. You click on the plus button, And then you have like this little bubble where you can write whatever you like. In order for the comment to be visible, you have to click somewhere outside of the bubble. Okay, you guys are already writing. Thank you. What you can do, if there is an answer that you wanted to write, you can just like it by clicking on the heart button, and you don't have to write it again. We will know that more people are thinking the same answer. Okay, so we have the first question: name a skill you've developed through non-formal education generally, so not only during pandemic. The second question: how has this skill helped you overcome the pandemic? So something you already had as a skill, how has it helped you to go through this really rough period for us all? Then the third question is, share any best practices or something you have experienced in a non-formal setting. This is also something we would love to actually hear from you. So think about it, and anybody who wants to come on stage to actually talk about it, just raise your hand. You can find the raise your hand button in the down left corner, so bottom left corner of your screen. When you push raise your hand, we will see it. And after a few minutes, when we open the floor for discussion, we will bring you up to our stage, and you can tell us whatever you have. And the last but not least question is, what will you take back home from today's session? So go, and we will play a bit of music to help you think about and write your thoughts in the Padlet. And also raise your hands for the ones who want to talk to us.
It might seem crazy what I'm about to say. Sunshine, she's here, you can take a break. I'm a hot air balloon that could go to space. With the air, like I don't care, baby, by the way. Because I'm happy, I'm alone if you feel like a room without a roof. Because I'm happy, I'm alone if you feel like happiness is the truth. Because I'm happy, I'm alone if you know what happiness is to you. Because I'm happy, I'm alone if you feel like that's what you want to do. Here come bad news, talking this and that. Well, give me all you got, don't hold it back. Well, I should probably warn you, I'll be just fine. No offense to you, don't waste your time. Here's why. Because I'm happy, I'm alone if you feel like a room without a roof. Because I'm happy, I'm alone if you feel like happiness is the truth. Because I'm happy, I'm alone if you know what happiness is to you. Because I'm happy, I'm alone if you feel like that's what you want to do. Bring me down, can't none bring me down. Your love is too high. Bring me down, can't none bring me down. I said, bring me down, can't none bring me down. Your love is too high. Bring me down, can't none bring me down. I said, because I'm happy, I'm alone if you feel like a room without a roof. Because I'm happy, I'm alone if you feel like happiness is the truth. Because I'm happy, I'm alone if you know what happiness is to you. Because I'm happy, I'm alone if you feel like that's what you want to do. Because I'm happy, I'm alone if you feel like a room without a roof. Because I'm happy, I'm alone if you feel like happiness is the truth. Because I'm happy, I'm alone if you know what happiness is to you. Because I'm happy, I'm alone if you feel like that's what you want to do. Bring me down, can't none bring me down. Your love is too high. Bring me down, can't none bring me down. I said, because I'm happy, I'm alone if you feel like a room without a roof. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like happiness is the truth. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you know what happiness is to you. Clap along if you feel like that's what you want to do. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like a room without a roof. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you
Back to you, Eva.
Great. So we can see so many inputs from everyone. So let's just mention some of the answers that we received. If you can see if we have already someone has raising the hand to be.
Yes, we have one person, the icebreaker.
That's good. So let's just go first for this first column in terms of the skill you have developed. So we have leadership, graphic recording, nature photography, leadership skill, teamwork, understanding myself deeper, empathy, project management, public speaking, so cooking, video production. Oh my God, so many things. Workshop design, photo processing, independence. Very good. So maybe we can start by hearing the first participant.
Okay, so Matthew, I hope I'm pronouncing your name correctly. I'll bring you up to stage. Hopefully it will work. Not sure if it does. You come in. Okay, maybe I did something wrong. Matthew, are you here with us? Okay, maybe we can continue with the Padlet, Carla, and then see if he...
How has this skill helped you to overcome the pandemic? Nature photography has helped me to relax my mind. This is true. Nature can be really a therapeutic way for us to stay calm and to be more positive. Learn to know how to time between so many different school, home course, homework, family, friends, and sports. Improved communication at work. Understanding things, undergoing my ups and downs, realize to give more, why I did it, why I don't, and it gave it me back my own system to be better, I think. So surviving all life's challenges, focusing my energy in a deeper cause, again, leadership, public speaking. So many great answers. To great activity to do with siblings, interacting with different people. So many good answers. Do you think we are able to bring someone to the stage that can share with us?
See some of them raising hands but then disappearing. So guys, don't be shy. Raise your hand and just share your thoughts with us. Don't worry. Oh, Matthew, you're here.
Do you see me?
Yay.
Do you hear me?
Welcome, Matthew.
We can hear you.
Yes.
Go on.
Hello, everyone. So I was just want to talk about.
Go ahead, Matthew.
So it's okay. You hear me, right?
Yes.
Yes. So I wanted to talk about the non-formal education, what it has done for me. So the biggest, I'd say the biggest thing I can take out of it, it's communication. I would say leadership, because communication is really important in non-formal education, because you need to communicate what you feel, how you feel, and you need to communicate to teach people a different way of thinking and a different way of learning. So, and what has the other question was, how this skill helped me overcome the pandemic? I would say that communication really helped me to overcome this pandemic because I was able to communicate through online platforms that was sometimes a bit difficult to communicate on. So I learned to share my opinion and share my feelings online with my friends. In scouting, we had a lot of meetings on Zoom or Google Meet, so I was able to, you know, continue scouting even though we were at home. And the best practice I encountered during a non-formal activity was the open mindedness in some discussion. In scouting, you don't have any barriers that doesn't allow you to go further. You can go on a topic and talk about it like you want. There is not like in a classroom where you need to stay on a certain topic. You can talk about everything with anyone around you, and that's very beautiful because allows us to think beyond what we have been taught to think. And what I will take back from home is that we can really continue this non-formal education as on online, and that the education is really important for everyone, and that everyone needs to be part of the non-formal education because if we just rely on school to learn things, we will miss a lot in our future life and we won't be able to be really active citizens and take part in the changing world because the world is changing. And if we stay with the traditional education, we will not be able to understand why is it changing and how can we change the world for the better and create a better world.
Thank you so much, Matthew. Really important points you're making here. And it's really great that you actually had an opportunity to come to the conclusion yourself and actually talk from the experience. Thank you so much for sharing.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Bye. Lester, are you with us? You are ready to share? Lester?
Sorry. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we hear you now. You ready to share?
Okay. Yeah, I'm good. I'd like to share. Yeah. Yep, I'm very much ready. Hello?
Yes, we hear you. Go on.
So I'd like to share the idea about learning and education. I'd like to remind everyone that everyone has different capacities when it comes to learning. There will be people who would learn really fast. There would be people who would learn really slow. But when it came to this pandemic, I understood myself even more. I took the luxury of understanding myself, how I, how I understand things, and how people cope with that. And when it comes to that, it gave me the idea that it's not a race, so it doesn't really matter if we're rushing or doing things fast. We should take our own pace and at the same time just focus on the goal that we're reaching right now. Just like what I shared on the Padlet room, my biggest learning here is that life isn't a box. That there should be no box. That learning by standards is just being safe and it's a manifestation of not taking risks. And not furthering the continuous exploration of life is like, yeah.
Thank you
so much.
Yeah, go on, Carla.
No, we are having a great input from our participants. Backing to the Padlet to see more answers, sharing best practices or something that they have experienced in a more formal setting, community building, collaboration with different scout groups, giving importance to grow personally, socially, and spiritual, saving time. Snack breaks can either be the best or worst icebreakers. Empathy and mutual respect, tolerance to opinion, and this is so important in to really have this perspective, especially when we are all together in these new timings. Finding and engaging with total opposites to get more insights about others, extending knowledge. Dialogue and team building, reaching out to others, sharing experience. Again, dialogue through leadership, to new digital tools. Great opportunity to communicate with people all around the globe. And this is quite good because even as we all are now connected more than ever, this is a very good opportunity also to reach out and to connect with more people. Open-minded. So many good questions, good answers. I don't know if we have anyone more, anyone that wants also to share a good experience, best practice.
Open-minded.
I cannot hear you. Oh, sorry.
I don't know if we have anyone more,
Go ahead, Sam.
Can you hear me?
To share a good experience, best practice.
Okay, I'm hearing myself twice, so I don't know if you guys can hear me.
I cannot hear you. Go ahead.
Okay, so I'm sorry if I'm lagging, but because the sound is lagging here. Okay, so what I want to talk about actually, I want to start off by thanking you all for your hard work and all your efforts. It really was an amazing summit. And honestly, what I want to say is I want to share an experience, a personal experience. I'm part of the Lebanese Red Cross. And something that we've been doing, we've created the Amina Youth Network. So for the Middle East and North Africa region, where we all share our experiences from all over the region, and we get to meet new people. And we really, really learn a lot from each other. And this is something that I told other organizations through the networking sessions from the past 2 days. And they were actually surprised by it. And a lot of people were actually encouraged and motivated to do the same. So this is a part of non-formal education that I've had. It really changed me. It really boosted my confidence and made me learn a lot of new things, which is why I really highly encourage all of you to do so. And I hope that we can all cooperate and collaborate together as different organizations, as honestly, I didn't know that we were such a big community all over the world. And if we really put all of our efforts together, we can really make a really big change and hopefully really impact the world in a very positive way. So thank you so much.
You're muted, Eva. Still muted.
Now? Okay. Thank you so much, Sarah, for the third time. Your feedback is really amazing and your motivation. And I think we all got really inspired through today's session to join some of the networks or some other non-formal education activities. So I will bring it back to Carla to maybe finish up with our Padlet session. You're muted.
So going to our last question, what will you take back home from this session? And we have very good answers. So better knowledge of different kinds of education, to promote non-formal education tools even more, which is good. Look for social action in new realities. Great organizations, that's true. There's a lot of organizations that really make a difference in the non-formal education settings. Encourage my peers to get involved more in non-formal education. This is very good because this is a call of action to really engage other people to discover more. Spread more information about different types and platforms. Youth are extremely powerful, and this is very, very important, and really what you all should take from the session, how young people are really the ones who can change the world, and they have all the opportunities to do this. Different kind of tools to use: meetings, virtual non-formal education works, that's true. Encouraging examples of youth actions, the importance of non-formal education. I think this was one of the what the participants were sharing. The learning isn't a box, so be creative, finding things new outside of the box. The tools and mindset to create non-formal education events, implementation. That's a very good answers. So back to you, Eva, for final comments on all of what we have seen from our participants and the amazing sharing that we received.
Thank you. I really feel like we have a lot of people who are experienced with non-formal education, and you guys really made a lot of effort throughout the pandemic period to actually implement those activities further on. I'm so happy that we got to share different experiences and different skills. I saw that some learned about the Padlet platform, some people learn about ways of organizing. So these all are really important for us to actually improve ourselves, our skills, to get connected and just go through the pandemics as best as we can. So thank you so much, and I'm bringing it back to you, Hani, for wrapping up.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Eva and Carla. I think that the news director is telling me something. There is thousands. No, there is millions of people around the world are cheering up. That's really nice. Wow. I think we all know that we are all having a great work as community of non-formal education. I think we are all deserve that kind of cheering up. But this is because of the first International Day on Non-Formal Education. Actually, this is not official, this is informal, but we hope that will become a reality. I think all the organizations working in this field should prepare young people to become active citizens, as we are all in these 3 organization examples give. But all the organizations work in the non-formal education sector are actually working toward making that happen. So how that can happen? We have like 6 criteria you can become an active citizen around the world. First of all, to be autonomous, able to make choices and control your personal and social life as an individual and as a member of the society. Second is supportive, able to show concern for others, able to act with them and for them, and able to put yourselves in other people's shoes, the empathy. The third is responsible, able to take responsibility for your actions, keep commitment, and complete whatever you undertake. Fourth, innovative and able to think outside of the box to consider what would work best for your context and create initiatives that respond to your local needs. Fifth, committed, able to assert yourselves in respect of values, a cause, or an ideal, and to act accordingly. Last but not least, inclusive, able to respect others' paradigm by virtue of their gender, ethnicity, religion, language, or culture. At the end, I would like to thank again our reporters from the 3 organizations, from the IFRC, Cheng and Eva, from WAGGGS, Wumi and Mabella, and from WOSM, Carla and myself, Hani. Thank you for joining us. Happy International Day of Non-Formal Education, and it is really working virtually. And I'll leave you with this nice music until we leave us. Bye-bye.
I got this feeling inside my bones. It goes electric wavy when I turn it on. We in our zone. I got that sunshine in my pocket, got that good soul in my feet. I feel that hot blood in my body when it drops. Ooh. but when we rock it, so don't stop. And under the lights, when everything goes, nowhere to hide when I'm getting you close. When we move, well, you already know. So just to let you know.
Bye bye, everybody.
Bye.